So many of you have asked for it, and you've waited for it, and rightfully so. Today we're covering a very important topic in fashion: colors. Usually in fashion, fit comes first, because that's king, and then second is already colors, and it's a difficult topic. It can be hard to match them, but I want to teach you how to put outfits together, even how to build an entire wardrobe, and to figure out what colors work for you. Now I want to make sure that you know that this is not a scientific color video. I did go to FIT at a Fashion Institute of Technology and I studied color science, so there's underlying science with all of this, but it's a very hands-on approach where I'm going to walk you through my outfits, analyze them together with you, and just share a little bit of the thought process that goes into making an outfit in regards to color. But before we get into that, I need to talk to you about something that I was actually unaware of before I started my research for this video, and that is your skin undertone. Usually we like to think of our skin color and our tan as the predominant thing to watch out for when dressing ourselves. But it's actually about the underlying tone that defines your skin tone and which defines what colors work for you. This is on a scale from yellow to blue, so from warm to cold. Some of us have a warmer skin tone and some of us have a colder skin tone. You might already know this because you might have a tendency to wear more silver accessories over gold accessories or vice versa. Silver would mean that you have a cooler skin undertone, while gold would mean a warmer one. If you don't really know, take a look at your veins. If they have a bluish tint, you probably use cooler skin undertone. If they have a greenish tint, then you're probably a warmer skin undertone. My friend Brock over at The Modest Man actually did a whole video on just that, so if you want to dive into that topic, I'm going to link to his video down below, which was amazing to watch. But I just want to drill it down for you. What does that mean when you have the skin undertone? Just look at this chart really quick. If you're on the cooler side of things, you're going to want to stick to those colors. If you're on the warmer side of your skin tone, then you're going to want to stick to the warmer half of the circle. I want to share that with you guys because I think it's important to know. I myself find myself somewhere in the middle of that scale between yellow and blue, a little bit more on the colder side. But at the same time, I think any guy can wear any color in the right hue, saturation, and lightness. Now I just threw 3 terms at you that define color. Any color is made up of the hue, the general color that it is, the saturation of it, so how bold it is, how rich it is, or how dull it can be, how saturated it is. I feel like you guys probably know what that means. And how light or dark it is, the luminance of a color. So while I want you to keep this basic approach of your skin tone in mind, we're going to be talking about a bunch of colors today and just a general approach on how to integrate them into your outfit. My channel is much more focused on fashion, and every season you have different colors that are trending, so I want to inform you guys on how to think about those colors, how you can integrate those into your outfits and into your wardrobe. So let's look at it specifically, starting with this look first. Let's take a look at this first outfit and the underlying approach to it, which is a lack of color. It's an achromatic look. It's one of the easiest things to pull off because you don't have to worry about matching colors. White and gray and black aren't colors, they're contrasts. To be precise, white actually is all colors combined and black is literally no color. For the sake of this video, I'm going to refer to them as colors, but know that they're technically called contrasts. What's important here is, like I said, you don't have to worry about matching it so much, but it is about contrast. I personally, when I wear an achromatic look, don't like to go for a very high contrast ensemble. Going off the look here that we have as an example, we have gray pants with white stripes, then we have a white shirt with light gray stripes, and a black coat and black sneakers, tying it all together. So I'm kind of leveling the contrast out. I rarely will wear black sneakers and white jeans and like a black top again. It's a lot of contrast for me, but I think this goes back to personal preference. But just know that with an achromatic look, that's one of the main considerations. If you want to just wear black, a really important note, and this goes for all colors, they don't always look the same. Black isn't black isn't black. It depends on the fabrication, it depends on the light source hitting the garment, and it depends on the quality of the dye of the garment. This is especially important when you're trying to shop for a suit and you think, oh cool, this suit jacket is on sale and these suit pants are on sale. They're both black, it'll be fine. It won't be, trust me, especially when you step in front of a flashlight, one of the least forgiving light sources, because it really blows out the color, or in this case, the black. Either it's matching perfectly or there has to be enough contrast in your look to make that work. The second way to approach making an outfit would be to take one color, and this happens to be a spring trend, monochromatic dressing. It's a very simple approach. Take this look for example, one of the outfits from my recent Zara lookbook, where we have beige pants, we have a beige, a little darker beige blazer, and a white and beige striped shirt with white and beige sneakers. So as you can see, the main color would be beige, but I'm adding some white in there, which is close enough to it And with monochromatic dressing, you can add whites and grays and blacks into it fairly easily and still have it just be about that one color. But here, similarly to the achromatic looks, you want to make sure that there's enough contrast between the pieces. Take the pants and the blazer, for example. If you just take the base color of the blazer, they're actually really similar, but the pattern of the blazer, which is actually darker, makes the overall blazer a little bit darker, and thus there's more contrast between the pants and the blazer, and that's why it works. Another example would be the look that I had in my spring trend video for monochromatic dressing. This look from Club Monaco, the main color here is green. And you can see that the chinos and the shirt are actually almost identical, but then the darker, more rich, deeper green of the sweater really breaks them up, adds a little bit more contrast, and really makes for a true monochromatic look. Here we don't even have any white in there, it's literally just green on green on green, but different shades of it to create a trendy, seasonal look that I personally love. Systematically adding more colors here, let's talk about a two-color approach. This outfit here has two main colors, blue and brown, which I think are very complementary, and I like combining those a lot. Most of my wardrobe is somewhere in the earth tones and in the navies and blue tones. So here we have a light wash jean together with a dark blue knit sweater on the blue side of things. And then on the brown side of things, we have three rich cognac colors that are matching in the backpack, the belt, and the boots. And then we have a more greenish brown in the raincoat, which still works because it's in the earth tone range and they're different enough. Once again, there's enough contrast between the browns and between the blues in their separate categories, and then combining them just works because brown and blue are very complementary colors. And this is step number 4, getting inspired by one piece and its color scheme. So really what you're doing is just trusting the designer who put one piece together to know what they were doing in terms of color, because obviously they're in design and they've studied it and they know what they're doing most of the time. So what you do is you take their design apart. Take this look from Coachella last year, for example. I wore a basic white t-shirt from Guess that had a black and red font across the chest. So the white was already pretty predominant, so I wanted to pick up the black and red. And it was Coachella, so I'm wearing crazy tie-dye black and red jeans that are ripped, but I'm wearing black boots, I'm wearing a red bandana, and even the patch on the denim vest is red to really tie that in. Denim I would always consider a neutral in fashion. You can kind of throw it in any look and it just works, even though it's technically blue. So that's why it worked for me here. I just threw that in as a little bit of an extra, but even that piece is integrated into that color scheme. So that's a way to think about making an outfit and really just trusting the designer and following their lead. Step number 5, now if a designer really likes colors and he creates something like this, another Coachella look, and I did not mean for them to be back to back, but that's what happened. This is from this year, and I love this Top Man shirt. It's amazing, but you've got blue in there, yellow, green, and even some purple on the inside of my sleeve. If you look very closely, it's more on the back. So it's a crazy amount of colors really, especially for somebody like me. I usually go for more muted tones. What do? You try to dress it down. So I'm wearing light gray jean shorts and I'm wearing white sneakers. If you want to pick the color back up, do it in a small way. Maybe wear a bracelet that picks up on the green, or maybe wear shoes that have a blue detail in a similar color to what you have in the shirt. But don't be the guy that wears the green matching chinos to the collar, because that's just, I mean, you can be if that's your thing. Personally, that's not something I go for because I like to tone. Something that's that much of a statement, I like to tone down. Number 6, and speaking of statements, is using color as a statement. In this look, for example, I have this deep golden, rich, like honey yellow, and that's the main focus. The shirt is from ASOS, and the black chevron stripe, I'm getting inspired by what the designer chose, so you can combine several of these approaches too. I chose to just go with an all black outfit around that yellow to really make it pop, to make it stand out by itself, and to give it some light to shine. This for me is an approach that I have with a lot of like very bright colors, very saturated colors, because they are strong already. So similar to the multicolored shirt, like just tone it down a little bit. It's actually a really fun way, a really easy way to make a fun outfit and make that work. Which already brings us to step number 7, and this one had me baffled. I was going through my Instagram trying to look for outfits, literally from the past year, for this video, and I looked at this outfit and I'm like, no, none of the 6 principles apply. I'm wearing black jeans, I'm wearing a black and green and Bordeaux t-shirt, and I'm wearing white and gray sneakers. Why the heck did I decide to wear a tan jacket with that? And then I looked at it more, and then I realized it's because of my natural colors. So you can use your skin color, your hair color, your eye color to really make an outfit work. So for me, this tan jacket worked because I have light brown hair, and that's why I really liked it. So that's just another way to think about it when you are putting together an outfit, and that's it. I hope I could sum this up as briefly and informatively as possible for you guys. These are 7 approaches that I take. They're not set rules, they're not set in stone, there's exceptions. Of course you can mix and match all different colors and you can have fun with it. But if you want to just have a clean approach to how you dress in terms of colors, I think these 7 steps are an easy way to think of it. And with that, I want to wrap up the video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let's start a conversation down below. I want to know whether you, how do you guys think about color? Have you thought about any of these things? And if so, let me know how. Let me know if you think I missed something. I always like to learn from you guys. I'm gonna see you guys very soon with the next video. One more time, thank you. Stay dapper as always. Bye.